Hi, and welcome back to another weekly reading vlog. And that wasn't... Hi, and welcome back to The Books Are Everywhere. I'm here with another weekly reading vlog. I'm starting off the week on a Monday. I'm knackered because I've been at work for the past 3 days, including today. And it's been a long day today, so yeah. I'm tired and I've done barely any reading today. I read a little bit on audio on my way to and from work, but luckily I don't have to travel too much while I'm here, so it was just about 10 minutes there and 10 minutes back, if that. So I think I've managed to read a chapter of a faux love story while I was driving. But yeah, I just thought I would take you through what I'm currently reading and planning on reading throughout this weekly reading vlog. So I'm currently reading 3 books and I'm about to start 2 more and add those to the currently reading as well. I'm a bit mad. This is the one I'm currently reading on audiobook, A Faux Love Story, and I am most of the way through this. And as I said, I am a chapter ahead at the moment than where my bookmark is. So I'm really enjoying this one. It is a romance about Lynn and Bao, who are the children of 2, well, their parents are both restaurant owners. They both have Pho restaurants and they are over the road from each other. And I'm really enjoying this so much. As I said, I've been listening to the audiobook of this and I really like the audiobook of this. I really like the narrators. It is a dual narrative, dual perspective book where it switches between Lynn and Bao, and yeah, I really like both of them. Their kind of way they're getting to know each other feels very authentic and natural, and I really like this. It's a very slow burn romance. Also has like a hint of mystery in what's actually happened between the 2 restaurants to make them so like detest each other so much. Yeah, I really enjoying this so much. It's such a cute romance, but also has a lot of talk of Vietnamese culture and food, which I love, and the restaurants, which I have just started working in a bakery, as I said on my last week's reading vlog, I believe, so it's interesting listening to this while I'm also working in a kitchen of my own. So that's pretty cool as well. It was a good time to read this one. I'm also reading The Great Gatsby. Me and my boyfriend are buddy reading this, and again, I'm most of the way through. I think I'm over halfway through this now, and we are both reading this together and enjoying it. This one is set in the 1920s. It was published in 1925 and kind of follows this guy called Jay Gatsby and the parties that he throws and the people that go to these parties, but Gatsby isn't necessarily the main character and is certainly not the narrator. I love the writing of this. It feels very modern and accessible, especially for it being classic, and I'm loving the atmosphere of this as well. It's also very short, so me and Mark are getting through this very quickly and having some interesting discussions about it. And then I'm also reading The Last Beginning by Lauren James. This is one that isn't a buddy read. I am just reading it at the moment as part of my July TBR. I picked my TBR for the first time this month with my TBR game, which I will link down below so you can watch that. And I had a lot of fun. So this was on my July TBR. This is the 2nd book in the Next Together series, following the daughter of the people in the Next Together series 16 years on, who is called Clove, and she's trying to find out not only what happened to her parents, but also learn about time travel. Her adopted parents are trying to find out ways to make time travel possible for humans. This is kind of a, I want to say, dystopian sci-fi set in 2056, I want to say, around mid-20, yeah, it's 2056 that it's set in St Andrews in Scotland, and I'm enjoying this so far. It does read quite young, but it's nice to be back in this world and finally finishing off this duology and all of my Lauren James books. And then, as I said, I'm also about to start 2 more books. I am starting 2 buddy reads today. I'm doing both of these over 10 days, so it shouldn't be too much a day, and I'm going to enjoy having the structure, I think. So I'm partly looking forward to having these around starting my new job as well. So me and my colleagues and very close friends Amy and Joe are about to start our buddy read of All Our Hidden Gifts. We all picked this up recently because we saw it on Books Nest channel and she absolutely loved it and rated it 5 stars, so we knew we wanted to pick this one up. and we had a few come into the bookshop, so we all got this one. We haven't done a buddy read together since the start of the year, so we also wanted to pick something up together after so long. As far as I know, this is about Maeve, who finds a dusty old pack of tarot cards in her loft and starts giving readings to people. And then she does a reading for her ex-best friend Lily, and a strange card appears in the deck and everything goes wrong. Lily doesn't come to school the next day or the next, and Maeve knows she's been taken somewhere that the police will never find her. Only the cards and something older or something more, even more powerful, can bring her back. Looking forward to reading this one. I've heard it's like a spooky YA that's very compelling, so can't wait to start this. I feel like it's just what I need at the moment. And I'm also about to start Ace of Spades with Alex, so we're going to do a buddy read of this. We haven't done a buddy read for a while, since the start of June, and we're basically always buddy reading something together. I don't know much about this. I know that it is very anticipated for the year, and it has black protagonists. And it follows people in a private academy, but other than that I really don't know that much about it. But it says the book you must read this year. I've heard really good things about this recently from people I follow on Instagram, so I can't wait to pick this one up. And last but not least, we have a book that I didn't buy. I actually found this in our staff room at work yesterday. It is a proof copy from March 2020 that was just hidden behind some other things, and I just found it. And I really like this proof copy, and I've been hearing really good things about this book recently. The back actually looks a little bit more like the finished copy, and I wasn't that drawn to this book. There we go, that is what the finished copy looks like. I wasn't that drawn to this book, but I think Alex bought this while we were on holiday, and she says that it's queer, so I do want to pick this one up. I have recently heard a little bit more about it because of it being queer. So it says in the front of it, Ollie and Will were a summer fling, now they're classmates but only one of them is out. From an outstanding new voice in contemporary YA fiction comes the perfect antidote to the world around us. It also has this postcard in the front that says, if you're fans of Heartstopper, then you will adore this. I was just reading that backwards, which was quite hard. But I am a fan of Heartstopper. I adore Heartstopper, so I'm excited to pick this one up. And I really like this proof for some reason, so that is why I got it. So those are all the books I am currently reading, about to start reading, and one that I actually picked up yesterday. So I'm going to go and do some reading now. I'm going to start All Our Hidden Gifts, and then I'm going to start Ace of Spades, and then if I have any more time today I will read some of The Great Gatsby or The Last Beginning. But we will see about that. I will speak to you tomorrow probably with a little update. It's Wednesday. I didn't give you an update yesterday because I was just really busy with work and really tired when I got home, and I didn't end up reading that much. Actually, I did read a lot yesterday on audiobook, but I didn't physically read that much yesterday. So I thought I'd just give you a quick reading update now. It's Wednesday, so we haven't missed a day. But yeah, I will give you a reading update. So I haven't made any progress, as far as I know, on either of The Last Beginning or The Great Gatsby, but hopefully I'll read some more of this one today, hopefully, or at least tomorrow. I finished A Far Love Story yesterday at work, listening to the audiobook, which was really, really nice. I listened to the audiobook of this in its entirety. I do have a bookmark in that I was moving while I was reading it, because I like to keep track of how much of the audiobook I've read, but I can take it out now, because yeah, I just read like about 3 or 3.5 hours of it just in one go, because I absolutely loved this book. It was so good. It was really good. I loved the characters. There was a lot in here about family relations, family conflicts, and also how it affects families when you have a relationship and the families don't like each other. There was also like a hidden mystery to this when the two main characters started realising that maybe there was a deeper reason why their families hated each other, so there was a little bit of mystery. Loved the relationship, it felt really authentic and cute, and I really liked how slow burn it was, but also these characters are both really individual, and so were their friends. They had some really like individual friends and family that remained their own characters, but also kind of played a part in their relationship and them getting together. So I really liked that. Really cute characters, loved the South Asian culture, and the food in it was amazing as well, so I'd highly recommend it. I gave it 4.5 stars. I have also started 2 more books since then, so I am currently reading 4 books right now, which is Great Gatsby, Last Beginning, All Our Hidden Gifts, and Ace of Spades. I've started both of these buddy reading at the moment, and I'm about 110 pages into this one at the moment and really enjoying it. Me, Amy and Joe are reading this together. We're reading it over 10 days, so it's about 35 pages a day. So we're on day 3 right now, and I think we're all really enjoying it. It's set in Ireland, and it follows the main character who finds a tarot deck in her school, starts giving tarot readings, gives one to her ex-best friend, and her ex-best friend goes missing. There's a lot of drama. There's a lot of teenage drama in the school and stuff that's going on. There's a lot of bullying. It's kind of sad, really. There's a lot of hard-hitting stuff. Also some really weird stuff. There was a mention in here of somebody licking books in Waterstones, and it's a bit too close to home considering I work in a Waterstones. It's a bit disturbing. But other than that, I am enjoying this one. I like the main characters' relationships, but also feel like she can be a bit of a bitch sometimes, and it's not really shown her in her best light so far. She said some really mean things to friends and family, which I don't like, but I think she's kind of going to have a bit of a redemption arc. So yeah, it's really interested to see where this one goes. As I said, it's kind of like a mystery, so excited to read more of this one. I have also started Ace of Spades, and I'm about 150 pages into this one. This is like a thriller mystery again about a highly prestigious school, like private school, and all of a sudden the characters start getting texts from an anonymous number, and it's signed off as somebody called Aces. And it follows 2 characters who both have some stuff spread about them that they'd prefer to keep secret by this anonymous texter called Aces, and they want to find out the motives behind it and who it is, and it's all about their lives. One of the characters I really kind of don't like at the moment, very similar to the main character for All Our Hidden Gifts, she can be kind of a bitch. But Devon, who is the other main character, I am really enjoying reading about at the moment. It's definitely compelling. It's a super quick read. Honestly, I read like 100 pages of this morning, and it felt like I read it in about half an hour because it is so quick. So highly recommend this one so far. Really enjoying it, and excited to see where this one goes as well. So I'm reading some really good books at the moment, enjoying the ones that I've read and am reading. So yeah, I will give you another update probably tomorrow. Me and Mark are going to go to IKEA now and go to the cinema tonight to see Black Widow, and then I will head on home for a couple of days. And I have a couple of days off now, so I've been doing some book stuff and reading, catching up, and booktube and blog stuff today, and I will continue to do so over the next few days. Hi, happy Thursday! As you can see, I am back home. I came home late last night. Me and Mark went to the cinema to see Black Widow, which was really good. Really enjoyed it. And then I headed on home and didn't get home till quite late, but yeah, I'm here for the next couple of days, and I have some book mail which I'm super excited about. I know what both of these are. These are both pre-orders that I've ordered months and months ago, and they happen to just come through at the same time, and they both arrived this morning, and I'm so excited for both of them. So let's unbox some books together. So the first one in here is A Beautifully Foolish Endeavour by Hank Green. This is the paperback release. This has been out for a while, but I wanted the paperback because I bought the paperback of the first one. And I'm so excited for this. I read the first one back in March as part of Becca's book I think it was March, and I absolutely loved it. It was one of my biggest surprises probably ever reading, because I really didn't think I'd like it, and I gave it 5 stars. And the ending of that book made me just really want to read this one so badly. I don't usually get that with series where I'm just suddenly like, I must read the next one. But I did with that one, so I really wanted this one, so I'm very excited to read this one very, very soon. In the first book, I won't tell you about this one, obviously, because this is the sequel. But the first one follows a girl called, I can't remember her name, April May, who finds statues in the middle, well, she finds a statue in the middle of New York City at 3 in the morning. It's this giant statue, and she gets a friend who's a very popular YouTuber, I think, to come and film the statue, and then they post a video of the statue online, and they're one of the first people to see the statue. And it goes viral, and they find out that there is loads of statues like the same as this one popping up all over the world. And it's basically her coping with the fame that comes from the YouTube video, but also finding out that there may be more to these statues than just them being statues. They do mysterious things, they don't really know how the statues got there. I read the first one in a day, less than a day, as part of the 48-hour readathon, and I loved it, so I'm very, very excited to carry on with this story very soon. The next one I just know is going to be so, so beautiful, and I can't wait to see what it looks like in person. I've seen a few photos of this because people have been getting them over the last few days, but I can't wait to have my own copy. So this is Anyway the Wind Blows by Rainbow Rowell, the last, I think, book in the Carry On series, which I think is a trilogy. It's a signed exclusive edition. I'm just going to try and take this sticker off. It seems to be coming off okay, maybe. Be okay. Okay, the sticker came off. So yeah, this is the absolutely beautiful Waterstones exclusive edition with this. How beautiful is that? So this is, it's so pretty, there's so much artwork. Look at the end papers. That's so cute. Oh my god. So this has a similar design to the second book, Wayward Son. Under the dust jacket I think is kind of like this but in navy, and that has sprayed edges as well. I think there's art, yeah, there's art in the back as well. Oh, that's so cute, so cute. I really like these books. This is a series that follows Simon Snow, who is a chosen one but is really, really bad at magic. And it's about him and his relationship with his roommate Baz, or his enemy-ship with his roommate Baz, and how they get to know each other. And it's about their friends as well. I read the second one in the past year with Alex in preparation for this one, so maybe we will buddy read this one as well. I'm so excited, it's so pretty, and I'm looking forward to putting this on my shelves. Yay, so beautiful. So yeah, that's my mini haul from today of these two books. They kind of go together. They're both like orangey. Didn't expect that. Anyway, I need to sort out the books that I hauled last week from that massive proof box that I got, and some others that I've picked up in the past week or so, including those. So I think I'm going to do that and have a bit of a rearrange of this tall CD kind of shelf behind me, because I tend to put non-fiction on there. So I might do a little bit of a rearrange of that, so I have my non-fiction books together and then DVDs and Blu-rays and things as we go up. So I might do that next, and just have a little bit of a rearrange. Saturday night. I never updated you yesterday, it just completely forgot, slipped my mind, didn't happen. But I've been work today at the bookshop. I had a lovely day yesterday. Me and my mum went out for lunch, which was really nice, and I just had a really nice day with my family, and it felt like a Sunday, which it kind of was for me, because now I have 4 days at work, including today. So it kind of was my Sunday, because I had a couple of days off, but it actually felt like one, which was really nice and really weird. So I kind of, yeah, just had a nice relaxing day. Back at work today. I've also been for a run, as you can probably tell from my attire. But I thought I would give you an update because I have acquired a lot of books today. I don't seem to be able to go into work without acquiring a lot of books. And it has happened. So I thought I would take you through the books I have acquired. I also have some book mail, and I thought I'd give you a reading update. So we will start with the reading update. I'm still currently reading 5 books. So I've been reading All Our Hidden Gifts with Amy and Joe, and I am now 175 pages into this. I'm really, really enjoying it. Really like the kind of spooky feel of it. I always feel like I'm getting into it just as we stop reading the pages for the day, because we're reading about 30 pages a day. But it definitely has some kind of spooky vibes, which I really like. I'm also buddy reading Ace of Spades still with Alex. Now at 243 pages into this, and I really, really like this. All of the books I'm reading, I feel like they're really ramping up at the moment, including this one. And yeah, I really like the kind of exploration and discussion of racism in here. There was a real hard-hitting page that was just, yeah, really blew me away in here. And I also feel like it reminds me of Slay in the sense that the discussions about racism are really, really deep and important, but also feel very authentic between the characters, which I think is a really hard thing to bring up and not feel forced between teenage characters. Whereas in this one it does feel very natural and authentic, which I really like. And the only thing I find with this one and Maeve in All Our Hidden Gifts is one of the main characters in here, the female main character, and Maeve in here, I find that they can be really bitchy sometimes, and it makes me really not like them, and I'm struggling to kind of get on board with their characters. I'm enjoying Devon, who is the guy in this. I'm enjoying his perspective more, and although I am enjoying this book, I don't necessarily like Maeve that much sometimes. Just with the stuff she comes out with, I'm finding her quite young in the fact she doesn't really think before she speaks sometimes. But this one, I'm definitely starting to like the characters a bit more, but it has definitely taken a while to get to know them a bit. I also read a chunk of The Last Beginning last night, which I hadn't read for a few days. I'm now over 100 pages into this one, and it's definitely getting better. It does feel quite young, and the main character feels quite young, but the plot is definitely progressing, and it's a super quick read. So yeah, I just read like a 50-page chunk of this one last night. I'm getting through it a bit quicker now. I actually finished The Great Gatsby, and I have decided to start listening to the audiobook straight off the bat. And I'm really, really glad I did, because I've read most of the audiobook today while driving and running and stuff. And I just really, really like it. Really like the narrator that, on the one that I chose. And I also just really like the way that it's portrayed and the way it's read. It's definitely kind of giving over like a sense of humour in the writing that I didn't necessarily get from reading the book myself. So I'm really glad I decided to do that. I really like the writing. I feel like it's not only really modern and easy to read in a lot of ways, and I found that with the physical book as well, but it is quite humorous, and I love the atmosphere in this one. And yeah, I'm definitely getting a greater understanding from listening to the audiobook. I wouldn't necessarily ever do that, like just start an audiobook straight after finishing a book, but because I have the time this weekend, and also the audiobook is only like 4.5 hours long, or 5.5 hours or something, I decided to do it. Anyway, I've been rambling a while and I still have a lot to go. So let's start with the books that I bought / acquired today. So firstly, I had one come through from a publisher, and that was Rise to the Sun by Leah Johnson. This is one of my most anticipated releases of the summer, so I was very, very glad to find that I had received this one from Scholastic. This is Leah Johnson's second book, her first being You Should See Me in a Crown, which I read last year and I really, really liked. And as far as I understand, this one is about two black girls who go to a music festival. So I think these two girls are quite different, but kind of come together at this music festival. And they don't want any kind of crushes or anything, they just want to have 3 days away from everything, and obviously things begin to happen, and yeah, I loved You Should See Me in a Crown, so I'm quite excited to read this one. And then I have a few from my friend Emma at work, who was getting rid of some books, and I picked some up that she didn't want anymore. The first one being The Demon World by Sally Green. I have had The Smoke Thieves for a long time and not read it, mainly because I didn't have the second book. I think there's only 2 in this, I think it's a duology. But yeah, I have wanted to read this, but didn't want to necessarily buy the second book, not knowing whether I would like the first one, so this has solved all of my problems. Hopefully I can finally read the first one after having it for probably around 4 or 5 years. I remember buying it quite a while ago. I also picked up Norse Mythology by Neil Gaiman. This is one I've wanted to read for a while anyway, but also my boyfriend Mark wanted the white edition. And I ended up with the black one. So I kind of picked this up half for him and half for myself because I would like to read this one at some point. And I also picked up The Lady's Guide to Petticoats and Piracy. I've never read The Gentleman's Guide to Vice and Virtue, but I've had it for a long time. And I have a few problems with this in the fact that the author is a little bit problematic. They signed some of other authors' books, and those other authors were marginalised authors, and then she decided to post it on Instagram and it just came across really, really badly, so I didn't want to financially support her, so I'm glad that I managed to pick this up without doing that, because I felt a little bit iffy about reading the first one, but also didn't want to read it without having this one. So I'm glad that I managed to get it in some capacity, but yeah, it's a bit of a strange one, but at least I've managed to pick it up and see how I feel about these when I read them. And then I also bought a few today. I had some waiting for me at work to pick up anyway, and then I bought a few just off the bat because I really wanted to. So the first one I bought was Kiki's Delivery Service. This is the novelisation of the Studio Ghibli movie, which I absolutely love. It's the classic that inspired the beloved animated film, and it's by Iko Kadono, and I really want to read this one. I really wanted to add it to my collection. I love the novelisation of My Neighbour Totoro, it's so cute. But I also wanted this lovely hardback edition to kind of match my Wordsworth set, because I think they're the same size. And I noticed this came out in paperback recently, and I never expected it to go to paperback. I thought it would always stay in this hardback gift edition. So as soon as I saw that, I jumped on and ordered the hardback while I could still get it, because I really wanted the hardback. I also ordered The Near Witch by V. Schwab. This was one I just presumed that I'd missed out on completely, this hardback edition of it, because it came out quite a while ago. I have read and I have the paperback edition with the crows sprayed on the edge, and I thought I would just have to be happy with that one. Then I found out that not only was this still available, it also has some nice end papers, and it has a witch on the undercover, which I really, really like, because it also matches my hardback editions of most other V. Schwab books, so I decided to pick that one up. Also not adding to my TBR because I already own it. The same with the next one, which is The Mercies by Kira Millward Hargrave. I actually haven't read this one yet, but excuse me, how could you not? I have the hardback, I think Waterstones edition, maybe not. I have the hardback edition anyway of this one. I think it's the Waterstones edition, but I've seen this one around and I just wanted these sprayed edges before they went out of print, because I don't know if they're going to stay around, because this is the Waterstones exclusive, and look how beautiful this cover is and how beautiful these sprayed edges are. So even though I haven't read this yet, I picked it up, but also not adding to my TBR because I already own a copy. This is how I justify the madness to myself. And then the other one I picked up, which is adding to my TBR, is One Last Stop by Casey McQuiston. So I realised I've been saying their name wrong. I'm saying Casey McQuiston for a long time, so I apologise to Casey. McQuiston for that. I've wanted this one for a while. It was also one I included on my mid-year freakout tag as one of my anticipated for the rest of the year. And then I noticed it wasn't available through our website anymore, and I knew we had one at work, so I decided to pick this up before it was not available anymore, because I knew that I really, really wanted it. So I've got that one finally. And last but not least, I have a parcel, a vacuumed packed parcel, which I actually don't have any scissors, so I don't know if I can get into it right now. I think I know what this one is. I had no idea how long this would take to arrive because it has come from America. And if I can get into it, I will show you what it is. Okay, so I've managed to get into it. It is a copy of Our Dark Duet by Victoria Schwab, which I have a feeling... Oh my god, it actually might be the right one. Yes, it matches! So, I don't know if you remember, but a couple of weeks ago I bought this copy of Our Dark Duet. Yes, it looks exactly the same. Got it home, or received it in the mail, and realised that it was a lot, well, it's not a lot. It's a couple millimetres bigger than my copy of this Savage Song. And also just looks completely different in the colour and stuff. And is a couple millimetres different. Now this might be really, really pedantic. It is really, really pedantic. I don't understand why Green Willow published 2 copies that look the same, but are not the same. They're different sizes. I don't get it. Also, the covers look slightly different. Like this one kind of looks more vivid and blacker. It's really odd. I don't know. But anyway, neither of them cost very much, so I decided to just replace it so it wouldn't annoy me so much anymore. And this looks much better. Actually looks like they match now, and the size is the same. So thank you to Palm Beach County Library for giving up this copy of Our Dark Duet, which I bought secondhand on a random website. So I finally have both of these books. I'm going to try and get this off, which I'm a bit nervous about because it's like a papery cover. Hopefully these will come off okay. Anyway, I'm going to stop rambling now because I have been rambling for a while, so sorry for this big update. Sunday, it's my last day of the vlog, so I'm going to wrap this one up for today before I head to work this morning on this Sunday. It's a big Sunday because England are playing the finals later with Italy, so I think I'm going to watch that. Not really a football person, but it also feels like a historic moment. I used to love playing football as a kid, but I don't really watch it much. But yeah, it feels like something that maybe kind of have to see if we have the chance. I think me and Mark will probably stick the football on for a bit, and we're going to have some pizza tonight, which will be nice. But anyway, I thought I'd just give you a quick reading update before I head off. I feel like I haven't read that much recently or this week. Probably kind of burn out a bit after whatever-thon, but also I'm reading like loads of books at once rather than focusing on finishing one after the other. So I finished 3 books this month. We're on the 11th. I finished Weathering With You, the manga, A Fur Love Story, and The Great Gatsby. And I'm rereading Great Gatsby on audio. And I'm also partway through all of these and the Furies. So I think rather than like not reading as much, I'm just reading a lot in one go rather than reading one after the other. So I thought I would just give you a quick update on these. I read a little bit more of The Last Beginning last night, so I don't really have too much more to say about this other than it's definitely reaching the kind of climax, well not climax because we're only halfway through, but it's reaching kind of stuff that I expected from this book, if that makes sense, like from the synopsis of what I know about it, and it's kind of finally happening about halfway through what we've been leading up to. So yeah, I'm kind of there, and then I am this far through All Our Hidden Gifts, over halfway now. I woke up early this morning and read today's pages, so I think we have like 4 or 5 days to go, 4 days to go maybe. to finish this one, and I'm really enjoying it. I'm still finding Maeve a little bit not sure about her character, but I really like the other characters. There was also a discussion of a non-binary side character in here, and it also opened a discussion between the characters about gender identity, which I thought was really well done. So that was really nice. But yeah, I'm enjoying this one. I don't think it's going to be a 5 stars, but I am enjoying it. And then we have Ace of Spades, which is probably my favourite book that I'm reading at the moment. Really enjoying this one. Definitely liking the characters more as I get to know them and kind of be in their own heads rather than how they are perceived by other people because of their actions, if that makes sense. So yeah, I'm really enjoying this. It definitely just has such a creepy kind of thriller vibe to it that it will really keeps me on the edge of my seat. And if I probably wasn't reading this for a buddy read, I reckon I would read this in a couple of days because it's really hard to put down, it's really easy to read, and I would just read like 50 pages in one go without even blinking an eye. Like, it's really easy to get through. So even though it's thick, it's definitely not daunting. So yeah, really enjoying this one. I think we have 3 days to go on this buddy read, and I can't wait to see where it leads. I have no idea where it's gonna go. I have really vague guesses on who Aces might be, but I really don't know. It's very much keeping me guessing and I want to know. So that is my update for today. I will be reading more later, probably, hopefully, of these two. Also of Gatsby. I'm going to finish Gatsby today while I'm driving and then probably start listening to the Furies again. I think I'm about 3.5 chapters in or 2.5 chapters into that one. So I'm going to jump back into that one after I finish Gatsby for the next couple of days. And yeah, we will see what books that I start after that. I do have some books on my TBR that I need to get read this month because of my TBR game. I also have 1 or 2 that I really want to read soon, but we will see where I get to. I'm off to Marks for the next couple of days, so at the start of the next vlog I will still be reading these books and the Furies. And hopefully I will start some new books in that vlog because I feel like all I've read this week is Gatsby, A Full Love Story, and these 3 books. But yeah, hopefully there'll be different ones in next week's vlog, so I hope you decide to join me for that one. And if you did enjoy this video, please give it a like and comment down below, especially if you've read any of these books. Tell me if you're excited about this one especially, because I know it's only just come out and a lot of people want to read it. And subscribe to the channel to see more like this, including more vlogs. I'll see you next time, guys. Bye.